Welcome back, true believers, and happy Spider-Man Day. We finally got a look at Spider-Man's brand new day suit in real life. This time it is just a teaser, but it's expected to be revealed any day now to ensure that Marvel reveals it instead of any leakers. Before we break down this reveal, let's check out the suit teaser. Yeah, so it's not very long, but man, did this video give me chills. At first glance, there's not too much to see, but if we look a little closer and compare it to the suit at the end of No Way Home, there are definitely some changes to notice. To start, we finally got raised webbing on an MCU Spider-Man suit. I personally have always loved raised webbing, and I think it looks spectacular on camera. However, Tom Holland's only suit that was going to be using raised webbing wound up getting scrapped in production for Civil War, and it was turned into the Homecoming suit. This is so exciting, and if we pay attention, it looks like the webs are a sort of gunmetal gray, just like the TASM 2 suit. The last truly notable detail of the teaser happens to be the pattern of the suit itself. When the camera shifts to below the chest, we can see some of the spider logo, which looks largely unchanged, but we also get a view at the pattern on the bodysuit itself. This is almost the exact brick pattern on the original Tobey Maguire suits from the early 2000s. I absolutely love that they're diving headfirst into the notion that Peter was inspired by his older brother versions of him, and then he made a suit based on that. It is incredibly cool, but I honestly do wonder how he plans to afford replacing them when they get damaged, because those things don't look cheap. Not only did we finally get a look at Spidey's newest costume, but there are plenty of hints as to what's going on in the film due to these set photos. Originally, it was revealed that Spider-Man Brand New Day would be filming in other countries away from the US, just not in New York City, pretty much. And a lot of people were worried that this would just be another Far From Home situation where Peter is abroad the entire film and it just doesn't take place in New York. Well, I am happy to inform you that that does not seem to be the case for this movie. In almost all of the set photos provided, we can see that they are definitely staging this to be New York City. We can see NYPD vehicles clearly stating that this is meant to be Peter's home city of the Big Apple. It's been confirmed that these locations were chosen simply due to time and cost restriction. This is a pretty normal thing with these movies. I mean, hell, Fantastic Four First Steps was filmed entirely in the UK, so this isn't a huge surprise. A few other items around the set are explicitly labeled as New York, so that's a pretty good confirmation as well. There are some emergency vehicles labeled FDNY, indicating that these are the fire trucks from New York. In some photos, we can also see a New York City tour bus. These are notorious for visitors of the city who get on and off these buses at specific stops and times for a tour of the city. Assumingly, people will be on it while the sequence is going down, and it's very possible Spider-Man has to save them. Lastly, we of course have to have some representation of the street food world. These vendors are a staple of the city and have been included in almost every piece of media depicting it. For good reason. These guys know what they're doing. Now, it looks to me as if they've chosen this specific building in Scotland to focus around, and they've added American flags, amongst other things, to the set to insinuate the American culture. Now, I've only been to New York a couple of times, but to me, this building looks like it's trying to emulate one of the smaller entrances to Grand Central Station. This could be super interesting. We've already had rumors of villains like Scorpion, Tombstone, and others of this film, so it wouldn't be totally unbelievable if they brought Mr. Negative into the mix. As I was recording this, it's now being reported that Spider-Man and Punisher may be fighting over a Department of Damage Control convoy, but we don't have a total confirmation or much context of that yet, so take it with a grain of salt. On some of the vehicles being loaded into the set today, there were some insignias of what looked to be a Mr. Negative demon mask on the side of these tanks. That would be absolutely insane. It sounds like they are trying to work a lot into this film, but a lot was worked into Superman 2025 and it worked amazingly. And I'd say there was a lot going on in Fantastic Four too, and that seemed to do just fine on its own as well. Well guys, that about wraps up all of the details I've got for you today. But if you're interested in more Spider-Man Brand New Day updates and content along the way to its release, make sure to subscribe, like, and leave a comment on what excites you most about this newest Spider-Man movie. One more time, happy Spider-Man Day, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.